Good day everyone, especially to Sir Juan Miguel. So today we discuss the aerobic and anaerobic exercise presented by JEANDEE as PARADO from 11A STEM Malachite. At first, what are the differences of aerobic and anaerobic exercise? What is aerobic exercise? Aerobic exercise is any physical activity that increases your breathing and heart rate. It involves using large muscle groups to move your body for a sustained period. The word aerobic means with oxygen. That's because your muscles use oxygen to keep working during aerobic activity. You breathe harder so your lungs can apply more oxygen, and your heart beats faster to pump oxygen-rich blood to your muscles. Your muscles use that oxygen to generate the energy required to keep moving. Aerobic activity can vary in intensity. There are several ways to measure your exercise intensity level: low, moderate, or high. For example, the talk test can help you distinguish between moderate and vigorous or high-intensity exercise. So now, let's move on to anaerobic exercise. What is anaerobic exercise? Anaerobic exercise refers to the physical activity that you can only maintain for a short period. It involves quick bursts or high-intensity movement. When you exercise, your muscles need more oxygen to sustain the movement. But when you do anaerobic exercise, your muscles work so hard that your heart and lungs can keep up. The word anaerobic means without oxygen. That's because your body doesn't use oxygen for energy during anaerobic exercise. Instead, your body utilizes energy stored in your muscles. So now, let's move on to the benefits of anaerobic and aerobic exercise. So what are the benefits of aerobic and anaerobic exercise? Aerobic exercise are endurance-type exercises that increase a person's heart and breathing rate over a sustained period. Anaerobic exercise involve short, intense bursts of physical activity. Both types of exercise are beneficial for a person's cardiovascular health. They also provide mental health benefits. Both aerobic and anaerobic exercise is important for optimal health. Aerobic exercise will mainly increase our cardiovascular endurance, while anaerobic exercise will mainly increase our muscle strength. So here's the examples of aerobic and anaerobic exercise.
I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. that tonight's gonna be a good, good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night. I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good